What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here at the Right Factory. We haven't done an episode here in a while, mainly because you guys have been keeping them so freaking busy. They haven't had room for me to come in here and just mess everything up. They've had bikes on every lift. So they got a lift free for me back there, and the FXR definitely needs some love because it's got a big old hole in the exhaust right now. That actually happened in a previous video, but we're gonna try and fix that today. When you're motoring down the road and you lose all top end power, there's your likely culprit right there. Goes all the way around to the back end. I don't know if we're gonna be able to weld it or not, but I'm certainly gonna give it the old college try. Let's see if we can actually get this off without removing the floorboard. Yeah, it's gonna be a negative Ghost Rider. The floorboard's gonna have to come off. Alright, not sure if welding this is gonna work or not, but if we're gonna try, we gotta clean the thing, so time to stick it in the bead blaster. Okay, so I got my pipe cleaned up here. Make your own jokes. And originally I was like, why am I putting this in the bead blaster? I'll just take a flap wheel to it. And Shelby, who is much smarter than I am, said, well, you've got so little material left here because this pipe is already thin and already really crappy. If you take a flap wheel to this thing, you're liable not to have anything left. Even as it is, I'm gonna be lucky not to blow a hole right in this thing when I try to weld it, but let's give it a whirl.
Sometimes the god of speed demands sacrifices, and when he asks you to step up to the plate, heart and soul, man and machine, you get up and you go fast and you don't die.
Good thing they make grinders. Oh yeah, I didn't say it was gonna be pretty, man. I'm just trying to get enough on there that it's closed. Show off his handiwork. Yeah, no, I want people to see my craft. Yes, I never said I was good at welding or even knew how to weld. I can make two pieces of metal, one piece of metal, though. That's basically what welding is, right? Yep.
No, I mean, yeah, I did it. So yes, fix my bike and go to have the inaugural start right now after welding my exhaust together. Take an Uber back here after dropping my car off at home and realize that, yeah, I left my keys back at the house. So, see ya.
I tried to make sure that it was working properly either.
Well, I have faith.
Says the guy who says do everything 3 times.
Twice. Once to find out, twice to make sure. Well, luckily Flip's bike's here. Well, there's worse things to happen to me than have to ride around this loud-ass Triumph Bonneville. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not annoying because I get to ride a motorcycle, and riding motorcycles is always fun. It's annoying because I can't believe I freaking left my key at home, and Flip's right. Like, I didn't even test it. I was like, oh, I'm not even gonna test it. I'm not even gonna see if my weld is gonna hold and the bike's gonna run like it should. I'm just gonna throw caution to the wind, take an Uber there, because if I take an Uber there and I have to ride the bike, it must run, right? It'll run and everything will work because it has to, unless you forget the key.
All right, after a short trip back home again, let's go see if my weld holds in exhaust, or at least it only lets exhaust go out the proper hole, which is the big one in the back. Yep, it's ugly, but the rest of the bike is too, so it's pretty on brand if you ask me. Well, it'd be pretty hard to tell if it was leaking, but didn't have any top end before, so I think it's all right.
Once again, thanks for everything, man. We couldn't do it without you. Literally.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. It's a big piece of shit, that's for sure. Barf Party rides again. It's Springs Eternal. I can't. This looks like such crap. It goes all the way around, too. Like, the pipe almost cracked off. Hashtag weld porn. Let's go! Come on, I'm ready to go. What the hell, dude? So, my plugs were black as night and completely loaded up, and the bike really wasn't running. Let's get back to it. Much better. All right, can we go, Flip?
Yep, it broke again. Seriously?
Only a slightly frustrating day. The old FXR still isn't running right, but that's kind of par for the course when you're talking about an 80s Evo. So I came to drown my sorrows in a couple beers and a Cuban sandwich at New World Brewery, a place that we've only just come back to after this pandemic started.
It's had its own ups and downs.
Yeah. When you're frustrated with your motorcycle, there is few things that'll make you feel better than bread, meat, and potatoes. Flip got the fried chicken. I got the Cuban. Let's do it.
Okay, fingers crossed this thing starts. There we go. Woo! And people have been asking, where's the FXR? And I was supposed to have a video out on the FXR a while ago. So from the first part of this video where I was welding together the exhaust in the ride factory to right now, a lot has happened, including the fact that I never finished that video because I was having problems with the rear brake. It's not running right. Like getting out of the ride factory, Shelby had to, the coil was bad. Shelby had to help me replace the coil. And now after replacing the coil, like you can see it doing that right there. I'm still not sure what's wrong with it, but I haven't had time to mess with it at all. The first part of this video took place at the ride factory. The second part's going to take place at Brapstar Garage, because that's where I'm taking this bike right now to finally finish that episode that I started 2 weeks ago. You guys know that feeling, especially y'all who make videos. It's like, there's nothing more frustrating than a motorcycle that isn't running right. So it's like, oh man, like that right there. And what sucked is when I first put this Electron carb on this thing, the bike was running just flawlessly. It ran so good, especially for an Evo with, 80,000 however many miles on it. I don't know, that odometer stopped working a while ago. I mean, it still limps along though. Here we go, running down the street. It's still moving. No rear brake, stuttering down the road. It's still transporting me down the street, but I would like it to run better. So not only are we going to make it run better, maybe not in this episode because I don't think I'm going to have time to mess with that, but even though it's not running right, we are going to take another step towards making it the ultimate worst touring motorcycle ever. So stay tuned. See you guys at Brapstar.
All right, it's time for the very first project ever done in Brapstar Garage. And of course, it's happening to the FXR, that long-suffering beast. So you guys might have seen this kicking around in a couple of my other videos. I actually got a really cool top box from a guy named Moto Meatball, who's part of my Patreon, and it's off a Honda Silverwing. Check this thing out. This is a Vetter top box, as seen on old Gold Wings, Silver Wings, and other such motorcycles. I think that this thing is pretty freaking awesome, and I think it's gonna look awesome on the FXR. The problem was, this wasn't made for an FXR, this was made for a Silver Wing. And if you aren't familiar with the Silver Wing, that was the CX500 version of the Gold Wing, kind of a smaller touring bike. So, what do you do when you have a top box for your motorcycle, but you don't have any way to mount it? I originally thought I was gonna have to fabricate some mounts, but they're there's actually a solution. It's a rather ingenious solution, actually. So ingenious, I can't believe that nobody else thought of this. I mean, it's so simple and so easy that it blew my mind. Just sometimes the most simple things are just so impressive. So this is from a company called Elite Touring Innovations, and no, this is not sponsored. I paid for this full price. When I ordered it, these guys had no idea who I was, so like I paid money for this. This isn't sponsored. Also, I haven't actually installed it yet, so I'm singing its praises. I hope it actually works out. Why it's so genius is you have this mounting plate that is designed to mount up to any kind of Pelican case or any other top box that you might have that has a flat bottom or a flattish bottom that you can mount to this. Now, where it really gets cool is this is specifically designed for FXRs and Sportsters, and it has these things with it. And how smart is this? All they do is go directly into the stock brackets or any kind of stock brackets for Harley that are used to hold on a sissy bar. So you look back here, you have these square sissy bars that Harley's really fond of using, and they have these brackets with these square receivers for them, and these things fit right in there. How easy is that? And the fact that it only costs like $110 or 120 bucks or something like that, even better. If this was like some company out of, they're Canadian by the way, if this was some like California Dynabro company, no offense to you guys, do your thing, this would have been like $300. I mean, I see parts that are way smaller than this. I see foot pegs that have less machining than this that are going for like $200+. The fact that this was only like a little over $100, that's wild. But enough gabbing about it. Let's see if it actually works. And I'm saying it's so great. So I mean, hopefully I'm not wrong, because I really don't want to be. I really want this to be that easy solution. Well, before we do anything else, let's go ahead and empty this top box. When I got it, it was locked, but it did not have a key, so I had to take it to a locksmith who charged me all of $10 to go ahead and open it up, and I got a new tumbler for it. So it was full of stinky, smelly crap. So let's go ahead and I don't think I'm going to be using any of this stuff. I think I can just throw it away. As tempting as it would be to keep these pliers, I think they've seen better days. Yeah, I was really hoping there'd be something a little more interesting in here, but pretty much standard fare that ends up on the bottom of anybody's top box. Pretty odd tool that seems like it was made for a specific purpose. This is actually like it looks like a test light thing. I don't know what that's doing in there, but I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't need it. So this is just a regular drawer lock, like a drawer or cabinet lock. It's what was in there already. And like I said, if you buy any luggage and it's locked and there's no key for it, it was literally the locksmith it was $10 freaking, and he took less than 30 seconds to have this thing open. So just because you get some motorcycle luggage and it's locked doesn't mean anything. A locksmith can do this really, really easily. These are simple locks. Okay, now to remove the old sissy bar, which hopefully I can get out because I had to use a mallet to pound it in there. Ooh, maybe not gonna use a ball end on that. That's kind of rusty. Let's see here. Those fit in just fine. Well, as you can see here, the holes on this didn't quite line up with the original equipment here on the bottom of the Vetter, which is really not terribly surprising, seeing as this wasn't made for it. So I did have to drill a hole for it to fit, but it was pretty easily done. Hell yeah. All right, guys, that's gonna about do it for the tour pack install. I think it looks suitably ridiculous on there. I don't know. You tell me what you think. I didn't hook up the lights, but you know, maybe I'll do that some other time. I just don't have it in me right now. But I don't know. I think it actually looks great. I really like the way it looks. And maybe it sits up a little bit high, but I don't know, man. I'm digging it. Plus, it's the Krusty Glide, it's the FXR, it's Barf Party itself. If it didn't look a little ridiculous, then what's the point?
Appreciate you guys tuning in on what was once again a multi-day adventure, this time spanning like well over a month and a half since I first started trying to work on this video, but it's been a while since you guys saw the FXR. Anyway, stay tuned, subscribe if you aren't already. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. You make this fun every time I post a video. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.